Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing Monday. So I want to talk about NIO, and this is my bullish update on this company because I want to keep you guys bullish, especially if you're holding for the long term. Don't have weak hands. Don't sell off because it's a 6% dip. I know it's around 7%, 8% when you add up the after hours. This is just an opportunity for you to lower your cost average and buy it in the dips. Buy it as it goes down, because we don't really know the bottom, the true bottom. It could go as low as $47, and if it ends up going that low, then that's a great buying opportunity. I would enter at that price, especially if I was late in the game and I bought NIO at $55, $54, thinking it was going to go to 60. Well, now is your time to, like I said, lower your cost average. Definitely buy it as it goes down to 47. You could really save some money and buy up more shares at a cheaper price. Now, if you're buying hundreds or thousands of shares, like let's just say you're buying 500 to 1,000 shares, I mean that $3-4 dip can make a huge difference to your portfolio and the amount of money amount of shares you're able to pick up for that same amount of money. So it does save you money, and you can get more out of what you're putting into that stock. Now, I do want to show you guys that NIO is still in the top 5 and the top 25 automakers by market cap. NIO is hosting a $68 billion market cap, which means that NIO right now at $50, I mean, it is above BYD and General Motors, BMW, Ferrari, Honda. XPeng is still trailing behind that in the 12th rank right now with a 42 billion market cap. XPeng was the one that lost the most today when you add up everything. It's almost a 9% loss, and XPeng is still at $58, and above NIO. So they're kind of like the difference between NIO and XPEV is basically like $10. That's how they've been trading in the past few weeks. But like I said, these dips just provide you guys buying opportunities to be able to buy the stock and for a lot cheaper. If you are new to investing and you're watching this video, you want to get started, use the Webull platform. It's a great trading website right here. You guys can use it on your phone or computer, but essentially, if you sign up to the link that's in the description of my videos, that link will send you to get signed up, and you will get 2 free stocks just for signing up. Takes less than 10 minutes. And if you want to get two additional free stocks, which are valued between $8 to $1,600 each, just deposit at least $100 within 30 days of signing up, and you should get those 4 free stocks. This is only for a limited time, so take advantage of this offer, guys. I want to mention the NIO's recent price action. There was a downtrend reversal happening with the RSI, and that's why we were in the overbought territory for a while. That's why the price was kind of like at $54-55. It was kind of hovering around there with a lot of support. Now we're in the oversold area for the RSI. So the RSI is kind of like at 23, 22. So I mean, we could be building up that kind of momentum now. Like if people buy up the dips, we could go higher and find new all-time highs. This is definitely possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. This is what's happened before when NIO was in the oversold area for a while. Like here when NIO was at $27, right after that it ended up being a bunch of price action that took place, a lot of volume because people bought up the dips and they saw the stock going up. And I think that's what's going to happen here soon, because we do have November deliveries, and we're going to hear about that in the first week of December, so keep an eye out on that. So on to our first trading view post. This guy is bullish. He laid out the long prediction for NIO, saying it's going to go up in the long term. He mentioned the 1 month view, so this is looking at NIO in the past month, and also the auto fibs, which are the auto Fibonacci retracement levels, moving average, MA of 200, MACD. And he mentioned all that stuff right here. MACD is at negative 0.56. You can see that when he laid out the Fibonacci retracement levels, he circled out right here at this area of $53, $54, mentioning that there was like support there. That's how you know that there's a lot of stagnancy in the price, because there wasn't enough sellers and there wasn't enough buyers to keep it going up or down. So instead it was just staying there, not moving much. And that what happened, because it wasn't moving a lot, I think people just shifted their money around and put it into different things. So some of the people with weak hands sold it off for sure, and that's why we're down to 49. That's why we see this price action right here moving down. There's a lot of large selling candles right here, mentioning like sell volume and stuff. Now the Fibonacci retracement level at the 161.8 right here This is mentioning like $57 resistance area where we went up there. There's a ton of resistance there, and we came back down to 54, 55. So I mean, this was a great spot where you could have exited NIO and then bought up some stocks at a cheaper price. So if you would exit at 57 and bought it up at 49.50, that would have been great, especially if you're day or swing trading. But if you are definitely holding out for the long term, you shouldn't be phased by these dips. 6% is nothing when you look at the grand scheme of things. This is a stock that could definitely reach $150 after NIO goes global in a sense, and they start producing and selling cars in Europe and also in the US. So this is nothing. He said, as you see my circles where I bought some shares and turned my head and it dropped. Wasn't really expecting that, but I'm thinking for the positive. Let's go NIO. And that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling positive overall for this company. He said he bought shares at $53. He thought he caught the dip, but it went lower than that. It went to 49, like what we see now in NIO's current stock price. Like I said, it's a great buying opportunity. You could buy that stock out way cheaper than what he got it for, and he's bullish long term too. So why shouldn't you? If you're bearish about this stock in the long term, you should definitely not be owning NIO. You should be finding some other stock. Buy Coca-Cola or buy, Bank of America or Wendy's stock or something. If you want to really, avoid this volatility and stuff. These stocks, they're definitely gonna give the investors great rewards for holding, and we can see that as the price moves up and stuff. We've already seen a 10x move. I mean, NIO has been up this year 1,200%. That's insane. This guy right here saying he's waiting here is a sign of an uptrend if it goes up to this price, $54. Now, if NIO goes down to $50, it's a sign of it going down or a downtrend beginning to happen. He laid out his buy and sell signals here in this trading view post. He said that the stock went down a lot this morning and found support at 50 level. Next support is at 47. He is mentioning that there could be support at $47. I mean, there was kind of like a gap that needs to be filled at that area, like $47. The last time we saw that happening was around, let's see, let me go down here. It was around the 20th of November. So there's kind of like a gap here at 47. So if we go back down to 47 again, we could just close that gap and we won't see the stock moving below that. That's something that's very possible with NIO. Now, why NIO and XPeng and Li Auto stocks are down today? Now, I think one of the reasons is because of Kandi Technologies. If you guys don't know what this company is, Kandi Technologies is a company in China that deals with electric cars and tricycles, tractors, all that. And they're now down about 36% when you add up the after hours and the price movement during the day. Is down to $9. But keep in mind, this stock was actually trading at as high as $14, $15. So the fact that it's now at $9 is crazy. It was trading for a lot less though on November 10th. It was $6, so a lot lower than what it is right now, even after this 30% dip. But what essentially happened, according to this article, is that shares of several up-and-coming Chinese electric vehicle makers, now that's talking about Li, NIO, and XPeng, were trading lower on Monday after prominent short seller accused another Chinese electric vehicle company called Kandi Technologies, ticker symbol KNDI, of recording revenue that it hadn't earned. So here's where things stood for these three companies as of noon Eastern time relative to their closing prices on Friday. Li Auto is down about 7%. NIO was down 4.6%. Now it's more like 5 or 6 when you add up the after hours. So XPeng was down 9%. There was a sell-off that took place with these companies, but it's not just these companies though. You guys have to remember that the Dow Jones has dropped almost 1% today, so at 271 points. So a lot of large companies that are trading right now in the stock market fell as well. So it's not just NIO, it's not just Li Auto, nothing crazy is going on. And then the article mentioned, here's what it mentioned, this is the important part. It said, so what, Hindenburg Research, the short selling firm that blasted electric truck startup Nikola in September, turned its sights on Kandi in a report released on Monday morning. So simply put, Hindenburg alleged that Kandi greatly exaggerated sales over the last year by recording revenue from sales that were actually transfers to affiliated companies. Given that Kandi recently raised $100 million from U.S. investors who were relying on those revenue numbers, the allegations could have serious consequences if proven. And we go down here. While allegations of financial shenanigans are nothing new for Kandi, among other things, the company had to write off about $3 million in government subsidies in 2016 after similar sales, quote-unquote sales, to affiliates, and those allegations don't necessarily reflect on the three companies here. So it's basically saying how those allegations that are against Kandi don't have anything to do with Li Auto, NIO, or Xpeng. This just only has to do with Kandi technology. So these companies are still, I feel like NIO for sure is still a long-term buy. You guys have to know what you own, because with NIO, I'm not a financial advisor. Like I said, this is not financial advice, so don't take this as financial advice or anything. But NIO is at $50. It's a great time to buy now at $49.50, whatever. Even if it goes down to $47, that's an even greater opportunity to be able to enter into this company, because there's a lot of large hedge funds and mutual funds that are trading this stock and are actually holding it for the long term. I mean, there's a lot of institutional activity lately for this company. Bailey Gifford, they own about 100 million shares. BlackRock Fund Advisors own 32 million. The Vanguard Group, they own 29 million. They just added more this last quarter. They added 4 million shares. You know, JP Morgan, they added 4 million shares as well. This I think it was last quarter, and then now they have about almost 10 million shares that they have. So it's just a lot of mutual funds, hedge funds that are buying up NIO. Another example right here, without rambling too much about this, but the world's largest hedge fund almost doubles its position in NIO in Q3. So these companies know what they're holding. They know that this stock can go to $150, $200, even $350 in the long term, 5 to 10 years from now. So I want to leave you with this. Definitely know what you own, because these institutions, they know exactly what they have by buying NIO up like this. They have millions of shares. They know where NIO is going in the future, 5 years from now. They can see it going up to $350. I mean, do you think that all these institutions would be buying up NIO if they thought it was going to crash soon, or if it was going to go below 50? Even in the short term? No. These guys, they know how to play the stock market. They end up buying on dips as well. So when there's a lot of fear in the market, that's when they become greedy and they start accumulating, like you see here. So definitely stay holding on to NIO. Have strong hands, like I keep telling you guys, and that's what I want to leave you with.